In Formula One, there is one name that stands out above the rest: Max Verstappen. From the moment he burst onto the scene as a fresh-faced teenager, Verstappen's journey has been a whirlwind of unique qualities. His raw talent, fearless driving style, and unwavering determination have not only captivated audiences around the globe, but also rewritten the record books, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. Max Verstappen's story is one of adrenaline, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Here is the rise of Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen's journey to greatness was paved from the starting line of his racing career. Guided by his father, Jos Verstappen, a former F1 racer, Max quickly carved his own path. His ascent was swift, transitioning from karting to Formula 3, and his impact was immediate, leaving a lasting impression on the sport. At 16, Max Verstappen was already making waves in the 2014 Euro F3 Championship. While he may not have claimed the top spot, finishing third behind only Esteban Ocon and Tom Blomqvist was a remarkable achievement. Winning 10 races along the way was a testament to his potential, and a clear indication that he was a force to be reckoned with in the future. Then, in August 2014, the racing world was rocked by a monumental announcement from Red Bull. Max Verstappen was set to make his Formula One debut with Toro Rosso the following year. The news was met with a mix of disbelief and excitement. Here was this teenager, barely out of his teens, about to take on the big leagues. Despite the doubts, Max was resolute in his determination to prove himself. And prove them wrong he did. Just 3 days after turning 17, Max was behind the wheel at the Japanese Grand Prix. It was a momentous occasion, not just for him but for the sport. They even made a rule because of him, raising the minimum age to 18 for F1 drivers starting in 2015. But that didn't stop Max from making his mark. Sure, his debut in Melbourne didn't go as planned, thanks to an engine issue robbing him of points, but he bounced back in Malaysia, finishing 7th and showing everyone what he was made of. That was just the beginning of his journey though. As the 2016 season approached, excitement buzzed around Max. What would this young prodigy do next? The world watched, eager to see the next chapter in the Max Verstappen story. In 2016, the world of racing witnessed a significant shift when Max Verstappen joined Red Bull Racing, replacing Daniel Kvyat. Christian Horner, team principal, lauded Max's talents and his impressive stint at Toro Rosso. On his Red Bull debut, Max etched his name in history at just 18 years and 228 days old by winning the Spanish Grand Prix, becoming the youngest Formula One winner ever. This was a moment of immense pride for the sport and the Netherlands, as Max's achievements resonated globally. But being in the spotlight wasn't always easy. Max's aggressive driving style caused trouble, especially in races like Hungary and Belgium, where he clashed with other drivers, like Raikkonen. Some people weren't unhappy, but Max stayed true to himself. Then in Austin, things got even more intense. The FIA, which oversees racing rules, cracked down on a dangerous move called moving under braking, which Max was accused of doing. This caused a stir significantly when Sebastian Vettel was penalized in Mexico for something similar. It was like the rules were changing because of Max. Max Verstappen made a few mistakes in his early days, but don't let that fool you. He had the heart of a lion, just like Ayrton Senna, a racing legend known for his fearless style. Max didn't just push to win races, he played mind games with his opponents like Senna did. He wasn't afraid to push them to their limits, showing courage and determination. Even when faced with criticism in 2017 for his perceived impatience, Max Verstappen refused to be deterred. He went on to win 2 races that year, proving his mettle as a formidable force. A challenging weekend in Monaco in 2018 tested him further. Despite a practice crash and missing out on qualifying, his teammate Daniel Ricciardo emerged victorious. It was a tough blow, but Max didn't give up. Instead, he returned with a renewed vigor, demonstrating his unwavering determination. From then on, it was like he was unstoppable. By 2019, he was 3rd in the championship standings, ahead of some of the sport's biggest names. But he still had his moments of fire, like when he clashed with Esteban Ocon in Brazil, showing his passion for racing. Then came 2020, a year like no other. The COVID-19 pandemic changed everything, but it didn't slow Max down. He kept pushing, kept fighting, and kept finishing on the podium. Even though Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes were dominant that year, Max showed he was a true contender. When the season ended, Max finished 3rd in the championship standings. proving he was one of the best in the world. With each race, he showed that he had the heart of a lion, ready to take on any challenge that came his way. 2021 was a year to remember, especially for Max Verstappen. This young racer, only 24 years old, managed to clinch his first ever Formula One World Championship title. It wasn't an easy feat though. Max showed his skills throughout the season with an impressive 18 podium finishes, 10 race wins, and 10 pole positions. But his most formidable rival was none other than the legendary Lewis Hamilton. The battle between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton for the championship was intense. It kept fans on the edge of their seats throughout the season. Everyone wondered who would come out on top as the season finale approached. In the showdown, Max started strong, grabbing pole position, but it was Hamilton who took the lead early on in the race. As they raced neck and neck, the tension built up. Then, on lap 53, the appearance of the safety car changed everything. It set the stage for a heart-pounding final lap shootout for the championship. Max seized his chance despite all the drama and controversy surrounding the safety car. He made a daring move with fresh tyres, overtaking Hamilton and crossing the finish line first. It was a historic moment as Max Verstappen was crowned the new world champion. After clinching his first Drivers' Championship in a nail-biting finale in 2021, Verstappen's dominance grew in the following season. By the time the Japanese Grand Prix rolled around, he had secured his second consecutive title with 4 races to spare, setting a new F1 record with 15 victories in a single season, surpassing legends like Sebastian Vettel and Michael Schumacher. Verstappen's triumphs accounted for 68% of all wins that year. His margin of victory over Charles Leclerc was equally impressive, ranking second all-time in F1 history. The 2023 Formula One season was one for the history books, especially for Max Verstappen. He showed everyone what he was made of by winning 19 out of 22 races that year. That's a win rate of 86.3%, the best in Formula One. This fantastic achievement also bumped him to third place in the F1 history books, overtaking the legendary Sebastian Vettel. Verstappen's dominance on the track was unbelievable. Race after race, he proved he was unstoppable. However, there were 3 races where he didn't come out on top. In Saudi Arabia and Azerbaijan, his teammate Sergio Perez surprised everyone by performing better than Verstappen. And in Singapore, Verstappen struggled with his Red Bull car, ending in 5th place. It was the only race of the season where he faced such difficulties. But despite these few setbacks, Verstappen's performance throughout the 2023 season was nothing short of incredible. He showed determination, skill, and a never-give-up attitude, making him stand out. Verstappen's success was so overwhelming that his points tally for the 2023 season surpassed every other team on the grid combined. He could have single-handedly secured Red Bull's Constructors' title, a feat even he had admitted was within the realm of possibility. With 56 career wins, Verstappen has cemented his place among the greatest Formula One drivers ever. His remarkable achievements in the 2023 season will be remembered for years to come, inspiring future generations of racers to chase their dreams with passion and perseverance. Max Verstappen has done more than just race cars. He's brought a whole nation back to life. The Netherlands. It all started when he won his first big race in Barcelona. Suddenly everyone knew his name, just like they knew his dad's, Jos. People in the Netherlands went crazy for Max. They started following him to races all over Europe, turning the grandstands orange with their support. Max's fans brought the energy back even at races like the Belgian Grand Prix, held at Spa-Francorchamps where the crowd had been thinning out. Because of Max's popularity, the Netherlands decided they wanted their own Grand Prix again. They used the excitement around Max and the growing interest in Formula One to make it happen, and they succeeded. In May 2019, it was announced that Formula One would return to the Dutch dunes at Zandvoort. People were so excited that nearly 1 million fans wanted tickets, even though the track could only hold about 100,000. But then the COVID-19 pandemic hit, delaying the return of the Dutch Grand Prix. Finally, in September 2021, it happened. The stands were packed with orange as fans cheered Max on to victory at his home track. The joy continued in 2022 when Max won again at Zandvoort. It was like a dream come true for the Dutch fans. And they'll get to keep cheering him on because Zandvoort will host the Dutch Grand Prix at least until 2025. Subscribe now to our channel and hit the notification bell to ensure you never miss an update on the latest F1 news, more gripping insights, thrilling analysis, and exclusive content as we continue to bring you the most exciting stories straight from the world of motorsports.